Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Piney Woods. And if you found this video, you're probably interested in selling on Mercari. You probably recently heard that Mercari has done away with seller fees. That's right, you heard that correctly. No more fees for selling on Mercari. They're passing that on to the buyer. How's it going to work out? I don't know, but we'll see. It's free to list items on Mercari, and there's no fees, so we might as well give it a try. Myself personally, I have over 1,000 items listed on eBay, and I would love a simple way to get all of those from eBay to Mercari. Now, you used to be able to purchase all these different programs, softwares, Vendu. There was a bunch of different ones, and you could cross-list that way. Thankfully, Mercari has added a free feature. That's right, it's free. It's built into the Mercari platform. You can import your eBay listings from your eBay store directly to your Mercari store. We're going to give that a try real quick, and I'm going to show y'all. Let's jump to the computer. Yes, you have to have a computer. Well, I take that back. The feature is only available on the web browser. I guess you could do the web browser on your phone. I'm not sure. It would definitely be easier to just do it on the computer because it requires some copy and paste. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to jump to the computer, show y'all how it works. All right, y'all, here we are on the computer, and if you're interested in listing from eBay to Mercari, obviously you have an eBay store, so we need to make sure that we are logged into that eBay store. We want to go to the Seller Hub. That's where we're going to be able to access most of these features, and the way you get there is you go up to My eBay, click Selling, and it will bring you to the Seller Hub. You also need a Mercari account, and as you can see, it says goodbye to selling fees, only at Mercari. Now, there is a withdrawal fee. That's a totally different story, but they're not charging fees as far as selling the item. The buyer is now paying a buyer's premium, kind of like at auctions. We want to click on My Listings on the Mercari account. You can see I only have 17, but there is a tab right at the top that says Import Listings, Add New Item, or Import. So we're going to try to import. You can see it's powered by AI. Now there's two options. Supposedly you can import up to 3,000 at once, or you could do just a few at a time. You need the URL in order to import the listing. So we're going to jump over here to my eBay store, and we will visit the store. That way we can see the items that I have listed. This will be an easy way for you to get the URL that you have to have. We will click on a listing, view the details about the listing, and then at the top is the URL you will need. So we will have to copy this. Once we copy it, we will go back to the Mercari and then paste the URL into the listing box. Now, if you want to add another one, you can do, I believe it's up to 15 at a time. We're going to go ahead and do a couple of these just to make sure y'all get the hang of it. So we'll click on the listing, view the details about the listing, and it's pretty straightforward. We're just going to copy the URL once again, switch back over to Mercari, paste the URL. Now, there's a couple of different things here as far as shipping, who will pay for shipping. But we're going to upload, and you'll get a notification that says importing now. You'll get an email once it's finished. Now, I will be honest with you, it's fairly quick, especially if you're only doing a couple at a time. It only takes 1 to 2 minutes for this process to be finished. We can already switch back over to My Listings, and you can see it saves them under the drafts, ready to list. If we click on ready to list, you will see the imported items, and they're both there. Now, you could click the list button if you wanted to, but unfortunately it does get a couple of things wrong. So you want to make sure you review it. In order to do that, you're going to edit the item, and it will bring up all of the imported information. You want to make sure that you read through the information, make sure that it has the category right, the color, the brand. So as you can see, it did not bring a brand over, and Mercari does not actually have the brand Pins and Aces yet. So that's probably why it didn't bring it over. It also brought over the wrong color. It said it was green when in fact the shirt is white. It also missed the size. So if I would have just listed this, none of these details about the item would have been present, and so people might have had trouble finding. You're going to want to review the shipping. It did get the shipping correct. This is a 1 pound item. It's a shirt, and we're going to go ground. The buyer's going to pay for it. That's probably the cheapest way for them to have the item shipped. You can change features if you would like. You can switch to UPS or FedEx. In this case, Ground Advantage is the cheapest. For heavier items, UPS and FedEx are going to be cheaper. We'll now scroll down to the bottom. I'm not really worried about this feature right here that Mercari adds. Now for me personally, I don't add any of this automatically adjusting prices or accepting offers. So I'll go ahead and list the item. It instantly tells you the item is completed. We will go in and do the same thing to the next shirt. We'll run through this just to make sure we have the hang of it. It does do a great job of bringing in the photos. Typically the title and the description is very good. We'll double check brand. It gets the brand correct this time and the color. However, it missed the size again. I'm not sure why it's missing the size. Shipping also looks good. I turned all of these features off, and we will go ahead and list the item. Again, list completed. Now we'll go over and view our active listings, and you can see I now have 19, and both of those items are freshly listed on Mercari. Now that was pretty easy in my opinion. Okay, now we're going to go back to the My Listings page on Mercari, and we're going to attempt to import our entire eBay store. So again, we'll go to this Import Listing tab, and as you can see, again, powered by AI. And I forgot to mention, it says you can import your listings all the way from eBay and Depop only. I'm not sure why those are the only two. Okay, right here, up to 3,000 at once. And again, it says all you're going to need is your storefront URL. So we should be able to just copy and paste our eBay store into the Mercari page. So we're going to go back over here to our seller hub. We'll go again to our store, and we want to visit our store. That should bring up the storefront URL that we should need if this works correctly. And as you can see, we're on my store page here. I have 1,110 items. It would be great if I could pull all of those items over to Mercari in one go, because if I have to do it individually, it could be very time consuming, and I'm not sure that I would actually ever finish. So what I'll do now is I'll go up to the top and copy the URL of my store, and we'll switch over to Mercari, and we're going to paste that in there, same as we did for the individual listings. And again, it's going to ask standard shipping, who's going to pay for shipping, the buyer or you. I don't offer free shipping on any of my items, so I'm going to make sure I have the buyer pay for shipping. And here we go. We're going to just try to import our entire eBay store. So we'll click Import Listing, and we're going to get the same message. You will receive an email once it is finished. Now again, this one was actually a lot quicker than I expected. It took about 3 to 5 minutes for an email to come back through. So here we are actually on my email account, and you can see Mercari has emailed me at 9:01, your import is completed. And they send you a tab where you can view the results. So we will try to view the results and see how it worked. And as you can see, some items had an issue. Try entering these again. And unfortunately, I don't get any sort of indication of which items had an issue or anything like that. And if I click on the tab that they sent me, it just brings up my eBay store. They don't really give you any information about what went wrong, what the error was, or anything like that. It just says some items had an issue. Again, you don't know which items had an issue or how to fix it. All you can do is start a new import, in which they'll ask for the URL again. And unfortunately, I tried this several different ways with several different URLs, and I kept getting the same error message. Now, I did reach out to Mercari about this to ask them why the entire store import feature is not working. Unfortunately, I haven't received a good answer back yet. They keep transferring me to different departments to try to figure out why it's not working. Hopefully in the future it will be. Alright y'all, so hopefully you understood the process. It's pretty straightforward, and it's actually quite easy in my opinion. Now, hopefully in the future they do have that mass store import available. Apparently it might only be available to certain people right now. Didn't seem like it was working on my store. I tried it several different times and I could not get it to work. It might be worth just waiting. I did read that they're going to be rolling this out to everybody eventually. How long that'll take, I don't know. But if you wanted to get your stuff listed right now, you can definitely just do it individually like I showed y'all, and you could bring that store over. It's going to be a little time consuming, but it's not going to be as time consuming as having to list every single item individually, as far as uploading photos, writing descriptions, and all of that stuff. Most of the grunt work is handled by the AI software, and I really appreciate that. I'm going to start trying to get as many items listed over there as I can. Listen, if I can generate 2 to 3 sales a day on other platforms, that's a lot of money in the long run, in my opinion. I still think most of my sales are going to be coming from eBay just because most of the buyers are on eBay, but it does not hurt me to give other platforms another chance. Listen, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thanks for sticking around. God bless each and every one of y'all. I'll see you next time.